Hi, everyone, and welcome to your Friday morning message. I've been missing mindfulness this week, so I thought we could do a Mindfulness Friday. Here's the card I have for today. It says, Mindful Breaths to Start Your Day. Wake up your mind and your body. Sit mindfully with your spine straight and your body relaxed. Every morning, notice your breathing. Take 3 soft, slow, mindful breaths and feel them in your body. Breathe in and feel air coming into your nose. Does it feel soft in your nostrils? Breathe out and count 1. Breathe in and notice air filling your lungs. Does your rib cage go out? Your rib cage is right here below your chest. Breathe in and count. Breathe out and count 2. 2. Breathe in and see the air expanding in your middle. Does your tummy look round like a ball? Breathe out and count 3. Repeat for 2 more rounds of breathing into your nose, lungs, and tummy. Breathe mindfully to feel awake and ready for the day. Maybe you and an adult in this house can try this. Do you think you can breathe that long mindfully? I think that would be about 8 breaths to do it as many times as they suggested. That sounds very nice and relaxing. Way to start your morning. Well, today I wanted to report on my pursuit from last week. I've been practicing finger picking. Let me show you. Finger picking, remember, is a way of strumming. And now I learned a new one. Isn't that fun? I like this one a lot. It's tricky to do, but I think it sounds kind of like you're bouncing along in a meadow. I haven't applied them to any songs yet. Perhaps next week I can show you if I've applied them to any songs. That was fun. All right. Well, our word of the week is history. And I wanted to talk about another way that history is recorded. And you might have heard this at your own house. It's oral history. Oral means it comes from your mouth. History told by stories. So some people's history is recorded really well and written down, but that's not the only way to record history. Oral history is another way to record history. So if you've heard stories about your parents from your grandparents, or if you've told stories about your family, you're sharing oral history. History told by telling stories. It's another really important way to remember our histories, especially if they're passed down, right? Because we have to keep telling those stories if we want that history to stay alive. So, in light of Black History Month, I have another amazing person from Black history. It is Miles Davis. Miles Davis is really well known for being a complete superstar in jazz music. Have you ever heard jazz music before? Chances are any jazz music you hear after the 1960s is influenced by Miles Davis. I have a little slideshow for you. Have fun.
This is Miles
Dewey Davis, better known as Miles Davis. He was born in Alton, Illinois on May 25th, 1926. His father gave him a trumpet for his 13th birthday, and soon he was playing in local jazz bands. His father was delighted with his determination, and he sent him to study in what is now the Juilliard School in New York City. It's a school for artists, actors, and musicians. Instead of attending classes, he joined Charlie Parker's quintet and developed a simplified trumpet style. He performed some of Parker's greatest recordings. And a little later, he formed his own 9-piece band to play a new kind of jazz that featured low, muted tone colors. This is jazz. This is Miles Davis. His band was never commercially successful, popular everywhere, but it was the beginning of cool jazz, which became widespread during the 1950s. He became famous later for this cool jazz. He played with saxophonist John Coltrane, and Davis began to create music based on the modes or scales used by ancient Greek musicians. Miles Davis was a trailblazer. And he created a trend that remained popular among jazz musicians for the next 10 years.